2 of Off the Bench. I'm Malcolm, the Milkman,
I'm Scott.
and we got a special guest today. We got Tyrone Harris.
How you guys doing tonight?
Good, good. All right, so on our first episode, we kind of explained who we are. Tyrone, who are you?
Well, I'm Tyrone Harris. I coach the South Junior Lions. My second season in coaching, so I'm excited to get coaching, get this season going. We're expecting a lot from this team, a lot more than we had last year. So
Okay.
it should be a fun season to go with. So
How'd you guys do last year?
we went 1-4, and then we lost in the playoffs in a very close game. I mean, we lost two of our best players in the playoff game. I think we could have won that game, to be honest, but
Okay.
it was a close game. We lost by 2 points in the end.
It's fair. It's
So,
fair.
but we have a lot more talent this year, so we have a better ran organization, I believe. So,
Oh, talk about organization. Okay.
yeah, so I believe our quarterback is more in tune this year than we had last year. We have a lot better talent around them, so I mean, it's going to be a fun season.
That's right. That's right.
Like, junior football is interesting though because you get a lot of kids that have never touched a football before.
That's the best part too. You get these kids that get to grade 9 and they've never played football before, so it's almost like now you get to find what you're good at. Like,
Yeah.
So we get to put these kids in different spots and we get to watch them grow and become. I mean, we had a kid last year never played football before. This year he's going to be our starting safety, and I think he's going to do good things for us. So I mean, it's a great process watching these kids grow into individuals, like grown men actually, right? They're basically growing up into men, and a lot of them, you get that first game and you watch them get that first hit, and that's when you really tell who are going to be the men, who are going to be the boys, and who are going to be able to play, right? So, but the one thing about juniors, it's hard because juniors is a 4-down game, and then you coach them
so
for a
it's NFL
4-down
rules
game.
still.
And then when you get to seniors, it's a 3-down game. So it's almost like
Okay.
you teach them for a 4-down game just for them to go to a 3-down game. So that's a hard process to
Yeah.
get by, but it's all in together. It's fun. So
That's fair. That's fair. So you were talking about you're coaching the juniors, and you were asking the question like their first hands. Do you find it actually is their first hands, like first time getting into football, or is it like a lot of them are coming up through the junior program, like Junior Mustangs and LMFAO, or not LMFAO, but you know what I mean?
you can actually see the kids that have played before and the kids that haven't played before, and I'd say it's about 60 to 40% now because there's a lot more different programs throughout the summers. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 different summer leagues for these kids. Plus, Western has AAA, AA,
True.
and A. So there's so many different opportunities for these kids to actually play in the summer nowadays, where there wasn't back then. But then there's kids that don't have that opportunity to play during the
Yeah.
summer. Once they get to high school, that's when they can actually get the opportunity to get out and play football. I mean, unfortunately, I know everyone can afford to get these kids into the program.
Oh,
so,
sure, it's expensive, right?
So, and some of these teams out there, I mean, you have to make the team. They're cutting players. So we get these kids in high school who have been cut from these teams, but now we have to fill a spot on a high school team because I mean, it's hard to cut high school kids when they come out. I mean, they're there for the experience, so you kind of got to try to get them to grow. But I mean, at the same time, we don't want to have a liability on the field where someone can get hurt, right? So if you don't know what you're doing and we put you out there, you get hurt. That's almost comes back on us. So it's
Right.
not a really good look. So
Yeah.
try to prepare them for that. So.
So now we're talking about the knowledge, kids coming into the game, first time in high school, grade 9 and 10. Some obviously have experience, some don't. So tackling's going to be different.
Yeah.
You know, it's what, week 2 now, or week 3 now for juniors. No, juniors. Juniors would have
haven't-
started last week.
So we had what was called the jamboree last week.
Jamboree.
Right?
Okay.
So it's basically where about 6 teams come together and you basically get to play 10 minutes on offense, 10 minutes on defense, and kind of see what you got against
Okay.
these other teams, right? So that was interesting to see, and that's when you get these kids out there and you get them. Like, let's see if you can actually hit. Let's see if
Yeah.
you can take a hit, right? Let's see if you can run a route. So, I mean, it was interesting from last year's Jamboree to this year's Jamboree. You can see a big growth in some of these kids and where the program's going to go. And I think I have high hopes for this program this year. So,
Okay.
so I believe we can get a couple wins this year. So should be good to go. I mean, I can't guarantee any wins, but I mean, I feel we have the right athletes, the right pieces, and where if we can put them in the right spots, just we can get where we're going. I mean, obviously, you want the size, and where some of these other high schools have all the size, and you get the park sides and the midways where all the bigger kids go. So
The country boys.
but they don't have the athletes at the same time, right? So if you can get a body on the outside to get them around all these big guys, I mean, you can't chase them down. So that's where we have to be better. So we don't have the size. We have to use more athletic skill,
right.
more athletic abilities to get to the outsides. And so, I mean, we'll be more of a speed team, speed running team. So
Okay. Running gun.
yes.
Okay.
So I played only 1 year of high school football, and looking at me, I'm sure I was not as large as I am now. Back then, I was probably like 5'3", maybe, and like 100 pounds.
Right.
So it's and that's the other interesting thing when you see some of these grade 9s and they come out and they're like so small, and so it's like where are we gonna put this guy? And it's almost we can't put him on the line. And then we played Saunders, and Saunders has a nose tackle who's about 6'7", probably almost 300 pounds,
Just
and we're
an
like
absolute monster.
we're like. Where is your ID? He's like, I'm 14 years old, and it's like you can't be 14
Did he
years
have a
old.
beard and all that?
Like he was a full grown man,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you grew up on a farm, but our center is like you said, 6'3", right? And it's like, so he's looking up to this guy, and it's like, and we gotta try to like, you can't be scared at the same time.
it's
I
like-
mean, this guy's gonna probably run you over, but
3 hours of them just pushing you into
pushing
the
you
dirt.
down into the dirt. So I was never big. I always had to use speed, and so when I actually played semi-professional football in this American Football League, and so we go over to the States and you start playing some of these teams over in the States, and you start seeing how big some of these athletes are over there, and you start taking some of these real hits, and it's like, it's almost, do I want to do this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the one play, I was the gunner, and the legit two guys picked me up and brought me to the sideline and tackled me down. There's nothing you can do about that when these guys are 6'3" and I'm only 5'10". I mean,
Yeah.
I can try, but you have to use your speed, you have to use your agility, you got to try to get around. And I mean, football is a physical sport, and that's the thing you try to put into these grade 9s as soon as you get out there. It's physical. It's very physical. I mean, and you got to know the difference
That's
between
the
being hurt
physical.
and being injured, right? I mean, you go out there and you get hit, and it's like the one kid came back with like, my wrist hurts. It's like, is it broken? You know, can you still move?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, you can go back out there. I mean, also you don't want to put these kids in danger where they're going to hurt themselves. They're so young, and the last thing you want to do is see someone hurt themselves for a career. I mean,
I
as
feel
a
like a lot of it
13-year-old.
It's just them, like, because I know when I played, like, obviously I didn't play a lot. I was a tiny person. I'm sure you could have guessed it. I was a corner, not a starting one. And but it was the experience of every day after school going to football practice. Every single day, you get in the best shape of your life,
Yeah.
whether you want to or
Whether you
not.
want to or not. So.
And you build that resilience because you're just like, I'm not gonna quit.
Well, and that's the thing, right?
Especially when your friends do it.
And that's the thing. We try to make it a brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
Like, you guys are all one team. You guys are all brothers,
Yeah.
and we try to tell them, like, when you're outside of school, hang out with each other, talk to
Yeah.
each other, get to know each other, especially as a quarterback and a receiver. You guys want to be
That's huge.
best friends, almost, right? Like, as a secondary, you guys want to be best friends. You guys want to talk. You guys want to have great communication between you guys, so you guys can know what you're doing out there. But I mean,
Thing for me, like I went to CCH, so and I played defensive end. You know, first few days of like going to high school, this coach comes up to me and is like, "You're going to football practice tonight, right?" And me not knowing anything about football,
Yeah,
I'm
you get
just
that
like,
call.
this, "Okay, whatever, sure, I'll come right after." Show it up. You know, I was a track athlete, so even in elementary school, I was pretty quick. So I guess the coaches paid attention to like my elementary school track scores to figure out which people were coming to their school so they could poach them for football. So realized I was like I was really skinny at the time, and I'm really quick. So they put me on defensive end. At the time, I didn't have hands, so they tried to put me as receiver. I couldn't catch because I didn't play high school or any other type of football. So get into that, and then everyone talks about the concept of, oh, the girls love it when you play football and blah blah, and all your boys are starting to play football. And it's like a camaraderie. And then after that, like grade 11, grade 12, you have your certain clique. Now you're studying with your friends who are on the same football team, whether you're studying for school, whether you're studying for football, you're hanging out, you're building a brotherhood from like that concept.
Yeah.
I think that changed the way I communicate when I play sports now. And even just like how I play sports, how I talk with friends and so forth. It's the relationships that we've built in football and like the discipline and all that.
Yes.
I think it was a huge factor, and I think a lot of people need to get back to football or in sports in general.
Yes. So, and that's where I think people are losing it. They're not getting out there being active anymore. So many people are just sitting around on laptops, iPads, and
But when I know I'm gonna ask you both. Like when you guys were growing up playing sports, how involved were your parents?
I don't think they were as involved as parents are now. Like, I personally, my dad wasn't around as much. So when I grew up, my mom was sending me off, and I was going. And you played for. You usually knew your coach, but that was about it. And then your parents would come. I mean, nowadays it's like every kid on the team almost has a parent who's almost somehow involved with it.
It's like the parents are their agent now.
Basically, it's almost like their agent. And it's like that was the thing. I didn't coach Western. My brother's coached Western, but it's a lot of politics, and it's almost like there's every team, and every team has a couple players whose dads are coaches on that team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
Which
almost
is not
like
a bad thing.
it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, it's like you almost got the favoritism towards your boy, right?
Yeah.
And you can't, per se. I mean, most coaches, their kids might be the quarterback. Just because your son's the quarterback doesn't mean he's the best quarterback on the team, but you put him in that position.
Deion Sanders.
And that's the thing. and now
He has another kid.
well, now you get stuck thinking you're that good, right? I mean, even per se, Archie Manning right now. I mean, he's name alone. People
Yeah.
thought he was great. I mean, name alone. I mean, he didn't go to a high school over there. He didn't go to a high ranked high school. He
It's just the prestige of
the
the last
prestige,
name.
Yeah.
the last name, and the same with. I mean, Deion Sanders, the other son, safety should have been better, right? That was his dad's position,
It's true.
right? I mean,
He could be playing out there right now, actually.
It's true. If he
But,
didn't hit the guy in the Bills.
yeah. So I mean, but it's tricky. And now I feel a lot more parents are involved, and I like it better for the high school concept where you can't have that many parents involved. So per se, it's
Yeah.
me and my older brothers are the coaches, where we have no involvement with these kids at all. There's not one kid we're related to. So we're just out here trying to build these young men, young kids into men, right? And there's no favoritism. We're looking for talent. We're looking for the best players. But I feel a lot of parents, per se, we had a parent last year who was calling plays for his son, and we can't have that. Where, I mean, if you want to be involved, you can come try to talk to the coaching staff and try to build that connection with the coaching staff, and maybe we can use you on the sideline. We can help out. But I mean, if you're on the sideline, you can't. And I feel there's so many sideline coaches, and they're on the sideline telling your kid what to do on the field.
So many outside voices.
So many outside voices, and
Right.
now it's like, who am I
Having that-
listening to? Am I listening to my dad, or do I listen to my coach? Right? And obviously, you got to go home with your dad.
Yeah, it's
Right?
true.
You gotta listen to your dad.
Yeah,
If
listen
you
to
go
the whole
home,
ride home.
So, and it creates an uneven balance because it's like, now if I don't listen to my dad when I go home, my dad's gonna be in my ear constantly. Now I gotta drive home. This whole car ride, we're gonna be driving home, and my dad's just gonna be at me. And where I feel parents should have an involvement to a certain point where it's like you can't put your kid down after that. Like once the game's done, when you're going home, I mean, you made a mistake, yeah, okay, but you got to get past that. And you got to let that go. For the next day, when you get back to football, and you got to I mean, you can't. You're determining your kid. So when you're out there on the field, when you're with your coaches are actually trying to build you, and then your parents are out here, and then they're putting you down at the same time. So it's like, where's like, you gotta.
I think some parents don't understand the importance of having multiple mentors for people. Because if you're only taught this one philosophy, that's all you're taught, okay, but this might actually work better for you because every kid's different.
Every kid learns different too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all these kids don't learn the exact same. So we have defensive coaches. I help with the cornerbacks,
Yeah.
and then we have another defensive coach. We show different techniques.
Yeah.
And his techniques helps some kids, and my techniques help other kids. And I mean, there's some kids who are just pure talented, and they pick up techniques a lot faster than other kids. And
Especially
there's
when
some kids that just can't figure out the techniques, and it's unfortunate, right?
When the kids are all new, like it's better to just like teach them a bunch of different things from different perspectives and see what sticks best
See
with
what
them.
picks up,
Yeah.
see what they can pick up on. So
Because sometimes you'll teach a kid something and you're like, this kid's not gonna learn it, and then someone else will say the exact same words, and they're like, oh, I get it now.
And that's the other thing, right? One coach says something to a kid and the kid can't get it, so you automatically, okay, well, he's done, right? Where another coach might be able to actually put into his head where you can be better at that position, like how to run a better route per se, you know, like how to get your hands up and catch better balls. On defense, when you get your head around, how to get your hands up. Where some coaches, they teach different DB tactics, right?
Yeah.
Some coaches know how to, and it's another thing, a lot of these parents never play football. I mean, you sit on the couch and you can watch as much football as you want to play, as you want to watch. But when you get out there, it's a total different game than watching it,
Well,
right?
let's be honest. It could be like the dads and moms or whatever that are like trying to help their kid are watching, YouTube and getting like only one perspective, while you have a coaching staff that sees with multiple different eyes that could be like, actually your technique's off by this, and this is the reason why you're gravitating to the left too much. You need to gravitate to the right. But that comes with coaching experience. That comes with playing the sport. That comes with not just having an ego. I'm not like, if I had a kid playing, I would want to be a coach, but I can't pick favoritism.
Yes.
And I think a lot of parents are now focusing on the
You totally bench your kid.
You know I would. You know I would.
They gotta learn a hard lesson at the same time, right? I mean, it's hard when the parents get involved. I mean, I know they want to be part of it because their kid's out there, but at the same time, you're hurting your child by telling them to go against your coach, because at the end of the day, we're putting your kid in. So if your kid's doing the wrong thing because he's doing what you say, we're taking him out of the game.
Yeah.
So now he can't grow at all because.
But it also takes away the one aspect of sports that a lot of parents don't realize, and it's that maybe the reason why your kid's not in is because it doesn't fit with the team winning. Your kid may be great at one thing. We may not need that right now.
Yeah.
Your kid can run a streak amazingly like no other person can, but the person covering him can cover that very, very well. So maybe our game plan is going to be focusing on running the ball, but that's between the coaches, between the kids, between the players. Like you watch film on the other team.
Yes.
I'm not just watching film on the players that I have.
Yeah.
Because if we're just playing Ghost, that streak's always going to work. The slate's always going to work. The dig's always going to work.
And that's the other important thing too, is watching film on these other and putting in the right players or the right aspects at the right time. You got to find the right personnel. So we have a couple kids this year that can run, they can catch, but they can't block. We're a running team, so it's like now I put in the kid that can't. And so I had the one kid come to me and he goes, "Well, I can catch better than he can." Yeah, but you can't block better than he can, right? We're a running team. I mean, if he can go out there, he can run the same route as you, but he can't catch the ball. But we're running the ball. And if he can bring his man 10 yards downfield, but you can't, that's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
So I'm like, that's where you need to get better.
Life
So,
lessons.
I mean,
But I feel like that's just when you talk to the kids and like tell them how it is like that. Like you tell this kid, you're like, if you want to play, you better learn to block, because that's what we need.
so that's what because I help coach a receiver. So when I said to the receivers, I'm like, we're a running team, guys. Like, you might get a couple balls thrown your way. You might. But if we're running good, you're not.
So
you
like
might not, right?
your
So-
school is more focused on like AJ Brown mentality. You may not get the ball,
not
but
get-
what do you do?
When you do,
They read a lot of
you
books.
know? So
Bring your books. Bring your book subscription.
we do have certain routes. We do have certain routes and certain plays where we're going to be a high, where we will pass, and we got a couple guys that are going to be put in different spots that we know can catch the ball. But
Right.
I mean, for the main part, we're run downfield, downhill running. So we got a couple athletes this year that are going to be great at that. So.
I'll definitely catch a few of your games this year.
First game this Friday, actually.
This Friday.
Yeah. So
Woo!
looking forward
Against
to
who?
it. Medway.
Woo!
So
Actually,
at South.
that's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a real fun team to run against.
It should be fun, and it's going to be
Nice
interesting
physical
because
game, yeah.
we can't get tape on this team. There's like no real tape on this team that people can get. So I mean,
But I mean, how do you
haven't
get
played
tape
before.
before the first game of junior
Well,
football?
you can always per se. Last year we played Parkside, so we can watch Parkside's tape
Yeah.
and see kind of what they did last year. I mean, unless they had a brand new coaching staff, they're kind of going to be running the same kind of
Yeah.
aspects of plays, right? I mean, that's the thing with the Jamboree too. You get the Jamboree, you get a couple teams out there playing,
See
you
a
get to
couple
watch.
plays.
You see what
You
they're
get to see what they're
the
going to
tendencies. They may not show you everything, but they might.
and that's the
But
thing.
you notice it when the kids are really good at this play and they're not good at this play.
Yes, so I mean, per se, we were out there. I want to say it was Lucas. They have this running back, and he's probably 6'3". And he looks like he's going to be a freak of nature. And I'm like, so I said to my DBs, I'm like, when he's coming at you, you better hit his thigh. Because if
Yeah.
you hit anywhere but his thigh, he's going to run you over. Right? You have to stop his movement. So we had the one cornerback, he ran at him, and he hit him high and flew right off of him, right? The
Yeah.
guy kept running. So, I mean, it's like,
But those are the things you gotta look, because like, as a smaller football player yourself, you can teach these kids those
Yes,
little
those
tactics
techniques.
that like that they may not think about. They'll be like, oh yeah, I'll just be strong. I'll take them head on. Or like, you're never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
we have a lot of kids on this team that they think they're strong enough to just run and pop the player up, right?
Yeah.
And like you
But
still
the
have to wrap
mentals-
that guy up, right?
Yeah.
So even if you run and you hit him hard enough, if you don't wrap him up, you're gonna hit him back. He's gonna go back a couple yards and he's gonna keep going.
Yeah. And
So, I
now
mean,
you're laying
now
down.
you're
and
laying
he's-
down because and he's running past you because
Yeah.
you didn't wrap him up and bring him down with you. I mean, so last year, our head coach wasn't very physical, so we didn't teach a lot of tackling. So our first game of the season was against CCH.
Ooh.
So we started with the ball. We went 3 and out. We punted in the ball. Punt return for a touchdown. We got the ball back. 3 and out. We punted in the ball. They returned it for a touchdown. We got the ball back. 3 and out. It's like we're not punting it. Just go for it, right? Just
right?
go
At
for
this
it.
rate,
At
you
this
have
point,
to.
we might as well just go for it because we're just going to punt it to them, and no one can tackle on their team. So
Yeah.
it's like,
We'll talk about CCH. The way they were teaching defense is if you wrap someone up, make sure you wrap up and wait for your brotherhood to come in and
yeah.
finish the job.
Team tackle.
Absolutely.
If you can't do it yourself, your team is about to be there in a second.
and that's
Your
so.
job is to hold them down.
And that's what we're trying to. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys this year. I'm like,
Yeah.
just get a hold of them, and then one of your guys are going to come in and
Yeah.
help you, right?
You
But
see
if
it all
you-
the time in the NFL.
Look at tackling Derrick Henry.
And that's the thing. You gotta,
Only Cooper DeJean tackled him by himself.
If you
But
get-
everyone else, it's a gang tackle.
if you
Yeah.
get low, someone's got to get low on him,
Yes.
and then someone can
Take
hit him
those
from
ankles
high.
out.
I mean, so you got to stop his legs from moving,
Yes.
or you're not going to stop him from running. But I mean, and it's interesting. I wouldn't want to get in front of that guy personally. I was a DB. If I saw that guy coming downhill at me, it wouldn't be a good sight. So, but
I think it's funny that you mentioned not wanting to punt though, because there was that coach in the States that just we don't punt ever.
yeah,
Because
so,
the math, you're just like, nah, it's better if we just don't.
well, and that
Like,
you
we'd
got to
rather
look
just
at it
not
too.
give you the ball back.
If you have a good enough punter where you know you're going to get some distance on it,
Yeah.
But I mean, if you guys can't tackle, you guys can't tackle. So
Yeah.
it was quite embarrassing last year watching the guy catch the ball and he just basically ran past everybody, and people were just like, "I'll touch you, right?" Like,
Yeah.
get a hand on him, like, you can't touch him. You can't, like, as he's running past, like, you're gonna smack his stomach.
Well, especially
But-
when they're like running full speed, you're just like try to just arm tackle. Like,
Arm
what are you
tackle.
gonna do?
Nothing, right? He's gonna run right through. And the guy last year, the guy that had 2 punt returns, he was probably one of the best players in the whole junior football league, right? I mean, so it's bad enough that we punted to him 2 times to start. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns on us, and then Our defense played pretty good last year, but our offense couldn't really get going.
How many people you can keep it on the team though? Like, how many people didn't graduate to the senior program?
So we actually had quite a few guys come back. We were kind of disappointed because, and it's another politic thing. So I want to say we had about, of the guys now, we had about 17 returning players or so. 17 to 20 returning players.
Good foundation.
No, it's a great foundation to work on. But the one guy we had, he was probably their best lineman. The seniors took him. He's in grade 10 this year, but the seniors took him to play on
How
their
big is
team.
he?
He's a decent player. So last
Big
year,
enough to play senior.
big enough to play senior. But last year we had a play for him where it was in the playoff game where he stood up as a quarterback and we had him on the ball and he ran down the middle and he actually ran for a 23-yard touchdown. Right? So he's a great athlete, but at the same time it's like
That's probably the highlight of his life.
you gotta let this player grow. I mean, I know
Yes and no.
the seniors need it. The seniors need a lineman, and I said to him, I'm like, if you think you can play seniors and you want to play seniors, then go play seniors. And we're not going to stop you. Obviously, we would love to have you on the junior team, and we'd probably dominate everyone. But I know his brother's in
probably
grade
going to
13.
senior
His brother's
with
in grade 13. So it's his brother's last year, so it's kind of like I get to play
He
high
gets to
school
play his
football
last
with my
year
brother,
with his
right?
brother.
So I mean, it's great for them, but I mean, we would love to have him.
That'd be amazing.
So, but I mean, at the same time, it's like
But he's also playing CFL rules
Yeah.
at that level.
at that level.
And then when the rest of his boys come up to senior, then from grade 11, he's already the
He's
leader
already
of the
there.
team.
He already
Everyone's
be
gonna look
ready
up
to
to
go.
him.
So I mean, he's a great kid too, and it was unfortunate when the seniors came and they're like, he's coming to our team, and it's like we can't really do anything.
No,
I mean,
because you're a feeder
yeah,
to the
so
seniors.
we're the feeder to the seniors. So
You give them the fundamentals so that they can succeed in
we
the
actually
seniors.
had this one kid come out this year. It's very unfortunate because he was screwing around in the hallway, thought he could suplex someone, and tore a ligament in his knee. But he was literally going to be that guy this year for us. So we're kind of at the same time, we're okay because he hurt himself this year, so he can't really show what he has. So we'll be able to use him next year on the team
Yeah,
where the seniors
still.
won't steal him. But I mean, it's unfortunate for him because he was gonna be a monster. He was a different kind of athlete, and it's just like you don't find athletes like that. He came, he was like, oh, I'm grade 9, and he's like, he told me and my brother he weighs 317 pounds. He doesn't. He probably weighs a solid 270, but he's a big boy, and he's like, I want to play. I never played football before, but I love aggression. We had him a couple practices, and
Just
we had our
murdering
team
kids.
running, like his teammates are running from him. And it's like, don't run from him. Like we got to get him reps at the same time, right? We want him to get action. So he's pushing guys like 20 yards downfield, but it's like, then he goes into the hallway and he suplexes someone and tears his ligaments, right? So it's like, how do you stop that?
You don't. But it's life experience because, like, overall, he's going to look back on it and be like, I'm missing 1 year of something I really love,
Really.
which I could be very successful later on.
in life, right? So, and that's the other thing too. It's like, so these kids they're on the football field, and it's like, obviously, I mean, we've all been teenagers, so they're all out there and they're all swearing, fuck this, F that, right? And it's like, at the same time, it's like, this is still school, right? So we try to teach them like this is still.
Morals,
This is
discipline.
still a
it's
school
all-
environment. You guys can't be out. You guys, this is the classroom. This is
Yeah.
basically the classroom.
You're taking an extra
So,
class,
I
and
mean,
that class is
this
football.
class is football.
Yes.
So you guys got to teach this like a classroom environment. At the same time, I mean, and I get it. Obviously, you want to be aggressive. You want to.
Yeah.
It's nice when you get a big hit. Obviously, you want to get hyped up. I
Yeah.
mean, it's part of the game. I mean, but it's. The hormones in some of these teenagers, it's tricky.
It's
tricky
rampant right now.
It's tricky to work
Real
with some of these.
rampant.
Like these hormones are like, because you get these kids and they're super aggressive, right? And it's like, at the same time, you're like, don't be so aggressive because you don't want you to hurt
Get it,
yourself.
put it in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Channel it
right?
accordingly.
And that's the thing. So this kid, Demarion, he's like, oh, I'm a monster. So he's suplexing 2 kids inside the hallway is what I heard he did. Picked up 2 kids, tried to suplex them.
But it's
So, I mean-
things like that that are gonna teach these kids the discipline that they need, like So it's going to teach the bigger, more aggressive kids discipline and not to be an idiot.
Yep.
And then it's going to teach the smaller kids to have some resilience, that they can push through, that they can do anything regardless of their size.
Size doesn't matter.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, football's a next man up kind of sport, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Detroit Lions.
there's a lot of injuries. Football is like so
Ain't that
physical,
the
right? So it's like, and that's it's almost hard to find. We need enough guys. So it's like you almost want 10 to 15 linemen
Yeah.
alone, right? Because linemen seem to go down a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be hard to be a lineman. You're out there,
Yeah.
you're getting pushed on, you're pushing on. It's tiring every play, especially when you're running the ball,
Oh,
right?
exactly.
But so it's trying to find between aggression and size. Like, so we have a couple guys that are smaller
Like, you can't give it all every single play.
every time, right? And so you got to want to know the difference between this is going to be a run play, this is going to be a pass play. You want to use your aggression more on the run play rather than the pass play.
Yeah.
But you want to try to give your quarterback time,
Yeah.
right? So our thing with our quarterback, we want to try to have him roll outside the pocket. So it's almost like give him enough time to just get outside the pocket, right? Either way.
Yeah, just beat an edge.
Just let him get outside that pocket, and then your guy's inside and he's chasing him.
Yeah.
We have routes set up, quick enough, quick outs, right? So that when the quarterback gets out, he can get the ball away quickly. We don't want a quarterback holding the ball forever. Obviously, finding a line is hard, and obviously, like, we're gonna be playing teams that got big guys. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
most of the teams we play, like Parkside, and they're like farm kids. Lucas. I mean, they got all the big kids. They got like, I know they got 15 linemen, where we probably only got like 6, 7 solid linemen.
Well, it all just depends, like, who you got going to the school. You're like,
Yeah,
you never know.
And,
And every year's going to be different.
and that's the thing. Every year will be different. And per se, I thought we had this one kid coming back to play for us, and he transferred and he went to Catholic Central. And now he has friends that still go to South, and his friends at South told me, like, he went to Catholic Central thinking he was going to be a starting receiver.
It's not how it works down there.
No, and now he's third string, right? I know someone, like, one of my friends coach at Catholic Central, so I kind of know how their program works. They, like, once school ends in June, training camp starts
Yeah.
for Catholic Central.
Yes, it does.
Right? They can't.
No,
call
it
it,
doesn't.
They can't call it. They can't call it that, right?
No,
they can't
no,
call
no.
it. But they
saying out of the
basically
park.
have kids come out as school ends. They're
Yeah.
ready for their next team. They basically have their next team already planned out,
To a degree,
ready to go.
there's programs out there outside of the school program that, you know, if you, and like, I don't know now, but I know back then, it's just like, you know, a few coaches may have a program going on. It's probably in your best interest, you know, take a class or
Yeah,
two,
right.
get your hands, get the momentum, keep it going, because I'm like, you can talk about this. If your kid is playing football, or they're playing basketball, or doing track, or doing wrestling, or are kids nowadays just focusing on playing one sport and one sport only?
So we do have a couple dual athlete kids on our team.
Okay.
So we actually
Only do not try.
So the one kid played baseball and football.
Okay.
The other kid ran track and played football.
Okay.
So we don't have. I mean, there wasn't a lot of basketball players on our team,
Okay.
and I find. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was always a basketball player, but I find the basketball players are kind of like they don't. Once they get out of I don't want to say soft, but once they get out on the football field, they don't want to they don't want
Just
to
like
get
the
hit.
NBA,
yeah.
just like the NBA right now. It's soft.
No, and they don't want to get hit. So it's like you either find that super athlete who's going to be able to do it all, or you don't find that super athlete. And there's a couple kids. I mean, our one running back is probably, I think he came 7th in Austin last year in the 100-meter race.
Oh, damn.
So he's really fast. So. And the other kid was a superstar baseball player, and he actually won Athlete of the Year last year at the high school. So, I mean, there's a couple kids that play the different sports, but, I mean, for the most part, it's kind of weird, too, how they have high school set up. So volleyball's happening right now.
Yes, same time as
So
football.
volleyball and football happen at the same time. But how they have it set up, so if you go out for the volleyball team, they do their cuts the same day. Football has a last day of registration. So if you
don't
get,
make
if you
that
get cut
team
from the
switch.
volleyball, no, if you get cut from the volleyball team, you can't play sports, basically.
Oh, you gotta pick.
So you
one.
got to pick, and they make it hard because Friday's the cut day for volleyball, but Friday is also the last day you can sign up for football. So at the end of practice, they cut these players from the volleyball team, and now
They
you
don't
can't,
have time
you
to
can't-
go run
you can't
home,
do
get
anything,
signed up
right?
for yeah.
Now you can't do anything. So it's like
Yeah.
I almost feel they got to make it a little longer process. Per se, when I was in high school, grade 10, I joined the football team in grade. It was second week of the
Yeah.
season. I ended up joining the football team.
They really
My-
need
my
to
high
make
school-
it possible for kids to try out for all
these
It's like,
sports. I mean,
it's better if everyone tries out for has the opportunity to try out for everything.
The abundance of options.
Because you're like, okay, well, if all of the athletes go to play volleyball,
yeah,
but only like 12 of them make the
Make the
team,
team.
but 60 of them tried out. Now those other
now you got
48
you got
kids can't
40
go play
kids that can't
basketball.
do anything, right?
Can't
Now
play
they're
football.
basically just sitting around,
Yeah.
can't do anything, right?
Yeah.
So
Until basketball season
until basketball
comes out.
season comes
or
around.
badminton season.
Yeah, right? So and it's like, and now they have a new rule too, actually, where so they have a football league. I forget what the football league's called, but the football league is running. It's for junior. It's a lower level. It's for like teens and stuff, but it's running right now. If you play that football league, you're not allowed to play high school football. So it's kind of like it's a double standard. I mean, like, so if you sign your kid up to play extra football, now they can't play on their high school football team,
Yeah.
right? So it's like
So it's like
taking away opportunities from kids at the same time. But I mean, if you sign up for a high school football team, you shouldn't really be doing anything else. And we try to
Injuries.
tell our kids that. I mean, per se, the one receiver we had, he came to practice and he's like, I can't coach today. I can't
Yeah.
play go today. My hamstring. I'm like, what'd you do to your hamstring? He's like, I was playing basketball on the weekend. I'm like, it's football season, right? I mean, I get we have a weekend, but it's football season, right? You have 2 months of football season, 2 to 3 months of football season. Make it football season, right? Don't go out there and hurt yourself. Don't go wrestle in the hallway. Don't go play basketball with your friends on the weekend.
I
where
think
you
that's
get
bad
hurt.
coaching though.
So I mean, it's at the same time.
that's awkward.
The other thing that makes it hard is me and my brothers being outside the school. We can't have any communication with these kids
Yeah.
outside the school.
Yes.
So once football practice ends, we can't talk to these kids anymore.
Yeah.
So we had this.
So you don't have them coming up to you in the hallway going.
Right, we can't. And what can I do better? What can I do? Or so, and that it makes it a lot harder.
Yeah.
Only having that bit of time with them. So we tried to have this app set up where we could try to use this app, and someone found out. And I guess even Catholic Central had this app too. And I guess everyone got in trouble for using this app because it wasn't school designed. And if you're not part of the school board, you're not able to talk to these
It's kids, right?
So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I 100% agree until I totally understand where it's coming from, but it makes it hard for kids to talk to their coaches if their coaches aren't your teacher, right? Where
Well,
I
especially
get,
with you guys not being in the school, you're like, you can't go scout the wrestling team and be like, oh, that kid would be a good football player. Like, you have no connection to them, so,
So-
you have no idea. You
We
just
ha-
get what comes out.
the
to
guy
you.
we have helping is a history teacher. So I mean, like we don't have the gym teacher, right? Like
Yeah.
we need a gym teacher where the gym teacher can like, okay, hey, you should go play football.
Yeah.
Where my gym, like when I was in high school, my gym teacher was like, hey, like you're fast, Tyrone, you should go play football. In grade 9, I got suspended a lot, so I couldn't play. Grade 10, he's like, you should play. So I went out and I played, and I ended up finding out that I actually loved the sport.
Yeah.
So now it's fun. Now I'm growing. I get to watch these other kids grow. I get to help prepare them for the future, right?
Oh,
And
100%.
it's fun. I mean, I like the junior level. I don't know how much I would like the senior level. I feel a lot of it's hard. I mean, you get these kids that are in their own way,
Yeah.
right? And as a junior coach, you get to teach a kid into a way almost, right?
Yeah, junior it's almost bigger for the coaching. Like, coaching is harder in junior because you're taking people from you're taking a kid who has never caught a football before in his life, plus a kid beside him that has played junior Mustang, whatever, forever.
Forever.
And you have to make plays for both of them at the same
It's
time.
at the same time, right? And you got to try to.
It's like it's a fine line.
It's a fine line. And so I don't know. When I grew up, there wasn't that many opportunities to
Yeah.
play outside, like summer leagues. So now there's so many different summer leagues, so many different opportunities.
It's gotten
for
a
these
lot
kids.
bigger.
It's got so much more bigger, and I feel it helps build these kids more. So now you get a lot more football ready kids.
Yeah.
Depending on what school you coach at too. I mean, obviously some of the kids get coached by their coach.
Realizing what schools they want to go to. And
So obviously, if you want to win, you're going to go to a school that wins before. I mean,
yeah.
per se, Catholic Central's juniors. I don't know the approximate amount of years, but I believe it's been 6 years. The juniors haven't lost a game.
Yeah.
In like 5 or 6 years, the junior program has not lost one football game.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
Damn.
like
Which is wild.
they're building a great program there, right? And
Yeah.
it's like I want to be part of building a great program, and it's
Yeah.
hard because obviously you get your studs on the junior team
Yeah.
that are studs, but you get these senior coaches that are watching these studs be studs on the junior team, and it's like obviously some of these kids aren't going to be able to go from a junior stud to a senior stud.
You never know how
Right.
big kids grow. Like
And that's
they leave for the you
Summer,
see
and-
them one year, the next year you're like, oh damn, this kid's a head taller.
So, and that's actually funny you mentioned that because we actually had a couple kids that were grade 9s last year that came back, and there was one kid I didn't even recognize. He
Yeah.
walked past me, I didn't even recognize him. He's like, "Hey, coach," and I looked at him, and I'm like, "You grew like 2 feet." He's like, literally went from this big to this big, and I'm like, "I can actually use you this year." You tried hard. He tried so hard last year. And
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to use him, but I'm like, I can't put him anywhere. Where do I put
Yeah.
this kid? And this year, he's like a whole head taller, and I'm like, now I can actually use you.
But see, that's why it's so important. Like he built all that resilience
Yeah.
when
When he was
small, and then all of a sudden
So now
he's like
so.
he's large, like way bigger now, and you're like, oh, okay. So not only this kid's gonna be big, but he's gonna play like a small person.
Play like a small
Yeah,
person.
he still has the muscle memory as a
has-
small person
Like,
before he's even big. Yeah.
So I get that every once in a while because we still play soccer, and I'll get people like, "Oh man, you're way faster than I thought you were." Like I used to be a lot smaller.
Right?
I have that.
And I still have that quickness
Yeah.
in me. My legs still move the same.
Just the
Right?
cardio isn't
Yeah,
there
so
anymore, but
I can't run as
I think
far
that's more
fast.
the alcohol and the food that we've been eating. You know, the
it,
adult
it,
money that we
Cheers.
get.
it works on you.
Nate, I'm still waiting for a beer. So
it happens. It happens to the best of us.
But it's definitely interesting. So I mean,
Yeah.
well, I know you gotta go.
yes. But
So it's been an honor. Thank you
definitely
for
been a
being
pleasure.
one of our first guests that actually showed up. Because we had a guest last week, but unfortunately situations happened. So you're officially a first guest on Off the Bench. So thank you.
glad
It's
to be
been
here.
an honor.
Definitely been an honor.
Yeah. Thanks for
So
coming.
We'll get you on more often.
yes.
But
Go get a mid-season.
Right. Absolutely.
get a little report from.
After we get a couple games in,
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get a couple wins in. So we got Medway this week. It should be a good game. It's at South. So I mean, you always starting with that home game. We started with the home game last year. Obviously, the home game last year was against Catholic Central, and I told you guys how that one turned out.
Yeah.
We're hoping this one turns out a lot better. So
We probably will.
we have some really talented kids this year, and the best part is, I think 3 of the most talented kids on our team are all grade 9s.
That's fantastic.
So
That's saying a lot, though.
It's saying like our starting running back this year was a grade 9, and I feel he has a chance to grow into be a superstar athlete. And
How tall is he?
he's probably 5'9", but he's never played football before. He said. Never played football
That's the
before.
best.
We
Those
put
are
him
the
out
best
there.
ones. They
He's
have no
out there,
bad tendencies.
he's out there stiff arming
Yeah.
people, cutting. He's like, so we put him in at the jamboree. We gave him the ball, and he legit ran for a 30-yard touchdown. So it's like untouched. I mean, so he's gonna be fun. He's gonna be a fun kid to
That'll
watch
be good.
grow. So
I look
it's
forward to seeing some highlights.
I can't wait to get out there and start actually playing. So I mean, it's gonna be good. So and this week we got Gary's team, eh?
Oh, yes, we do. But I won't be there.
No.
I won't be there. So, unfortunately, I won't be there. So,
I'll be there. We gotta beat Gary's team.
yeah. No robbery or anything, you know.
We'll We'll see what happens.
So hold the fort. I think Martin's playing quarterback,
Yeah,
so I won't be there. But I got a few things I got to take care of on Wednesday.
sounds good.
But I'll be there next week.
I appreciate you guys having
Hey,
me.
always an honor.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
And anytime, guys.
Perfect.
So I'm always down to talk football.
Hey,
So
what we do.
football is my
Have a good shift.
forte. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to Off the Bench London. Please like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. Peace and love.